Hey guys, this is Samurai Isaac, and this is my unedited Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 80% world record speedrun. With Dream Luck. In this run, I achieved a quick time of 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 81 milliseconds, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did this, the extreme skill it takes to do it, and hopefully my commentary will show you exactly how to do it for yourself. Time starts as soon as the first cutscene starts playing, and for that reason I do a cutscene skip that plays all the parts of the cutscene at once to make the whole thing only last as long as a single section. 12-frame window to pull that off, so I'm already having great luck getting it. As soon as we gain control of Link, we run straight for the forward left corner of the room. We're going to perform a high-level clip that will start the opening cutscene early and get us on top of the Shrine of Resurrection. It's very important that you go to the left side of the room, as the right side of the room doesn't do anything and won't work. I clear the Shrine of Resurrection so fast that it honestly shouldn't even be a part of the game. You might notice that Link is missing from this, but that's perfectly normal. Link is currently located inside the Shrine of Resurrection, and when the cutscene ends, he'll be relocated to the closest spot of land, which happens to be the cliff over the shrine. Skip past the opening cutscene. When we regain control, we find that Link has appeared on top of the shrine, still mid-jump animation. This is exactly what I planned, so now all we have to do is make a beeline to the old man to perform our next skip. We hit a little bit of lag here, but it's not going to affect anything. As soon as we talk to the old man, I perform a frame-perfect movement that TPs us to the next cutscene where Princess Peach speaks to us. 5-frame window for that.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
After our chat, I perform an in-game clock glitch that makes me move 5 times faster for a couple of seconds. It's all we need to make it to the tower. I jump onto the tower platform and activate the cutscene. I take a look at the pedestal as if it's an apparition of my dead ancestors coming to me to tell me to quit being a speedrunner and get a real job. I do an early cutscene skip here to jump right to the top of the tower. Everyone knows to skip the mapping cutscene here. Now that I'm done with that, I get myself a perfect angle, jump off, and I break my fall with the paraglider. The old man wants to chat with us this time without me using him to skip the cutscenes. Looks like that's all he wanted to say. I teleport to the top of the tower because I'm going to need some height to glide. Of course, everyone knows how easy it is to skip the Great Plateau after this point. As I glide, you can see that I've reactivated the speed glitch to help me get to the lake faster. And as soon as we land, I use the camera to angle ourselves into a perfect frame skip to Hyrule Field. As we run through the field, we get pretty unlucky and this guardian spots us. Luckily, I'm not an average player and I should be able to deal with this without losing any time. You can see that we lag a little, but I was still able to perfectly predict the shot and reflect it back. Sorry, my OBS cut out there for a second, but it's fine because I just restarted the recording and we're still on pace. We're going to do an early Master Sword glitch here that I discovered myself. In order to set this up, we need to move through the Lost Woods with pinpoint accuracy to an exact location, and hopefully we'll be lucky enough to be captured by the guiding fog and have it send us directly to the Korok Forest / Master Sword location. And we got it. GG. Run is already over. I don't even deserve to be a part of the speedrunning community. I'm just so good. I literally take all the fun away from everyone else because nobody can even compete with my skills. In order to get the early Master Sword, we need to make the game's memory think we have 30 hearts for a split second, just long enough to pull the Master Sword without dying. And of course we get it first try. I mean, how could I not? We could easily skip this cutscene, but it's so cool and I'm already so far ahead of the competition that there really isn't a point in it. After the cutscene, we clip all the way to the Dueling Peaks stable to set up the next rung warp. You might have heard of the butter dog with the butter on him % speedrun of Breath of the Wild, where your goal is to put butter on this dog. All the runners in the category always end the run after they butter the pupper, but if you wait a little bit afterward, I've discovered a brand new clip that teleports you directly to Hyrule Castle, because the castle, the butter, and the dog are all connected in the system. The guy who sells butter isn't here right now, but we're lucky enough to lag until nighttime and have him spawn right next to us. I'm a little slow in the inventory, but I'm just so good that it's not really going to matter in the end. He sells us the butter, and I sprint to the doggo to slather him with it. In order for this to work, I have to do a series of exact movements and inputs. It may look random, but I can assure you it's perfectly optimal, and you don't need to ask any further questions. The white screen takes a little extra time because the Switch is trying to gather the memory for the castle, since we were so far away before. Still a ton of time saved in the end. We spawn into a whistle sprint at the castle, get a Ganon teaser, but we skip it. I slammed this door open too hard for laughs, then wiggle through its crack for further comedy. We lost a couple of seconds there, but we're gonna make it up by spawning the Master Cycle 0. The Guardian spots us, but it's part of the plan. We're gonna let him miss the first shot, but get a perfect angle and let him hit us on the second, to propel us toward the wall on our right. After we grasp the wall, we whistle jump to conserve stamina while climbing. This Guardian was able to land a shot on me. This made me angry, so I took some time out of the run to obliterate him. We look at the wall for a second, keep whistle climbing. Guardian aiming at us, but it doesn't matter because we're already at the Sanctum. The Guardian does manage to hit us with a little tickle, but it's not gonna matter. We're finally here, so we can run into the Sanctum and wrap this up. Windblight Ganon appears, so I pull out the Bow of Twilight to do a frame-perfect movement to send him into his second stage. Seven-frame window to pull that off. I get blown by him as soon as he gets the chance, but we're gonna recover. Second shot kills him. Of course, it's common knowledge in the community that Windblight is the hardest one to kill because all the other ones can be one-shotted and their second phase can be skipped. Skip the cutscene. Unedited, Fireblight goes down one shot. It's just my skill. Thunderblight spawns on half a heart. I reflect his beam and go in for a glory kill. Shot him right in his ass, and he's a dog. He's so bad, never even existed in the first place. Calamity Ganon spawns. Of course, as soon as we start, we cut to the second phase of the fight, because I'm just that good. He tries to intimidate me, but I can tell that he's the one who's scared. He tries to shoot a beam at me, but I parry it so hard that it transforms into a spear and hits him to super low health. Never should have been the final boss, not even a challenge. I finish him off without taking damage, and Fiona teleports me outside with ogre magic. The horse I never tamed was waiting for me, and I was ready to pound this guy. Right after I pick up the Bow of Light, I aim an arrow at him and use it to clip to the end of the fight. At this point, he's just a big pile of bacon, so I give my horse a concussion to make this more challenging. Horsey's a little slow after that, but that's okay. I see his eyes start to open. I tease him with a couple of arrows. He tries to hit me with his laser of gratitude, but I wasn't really interested. I used the updraft to glide above him and hit him with one final trick shot. And that's Dark Beast down at world record pace. Skip the cutscene. Third phase begins, Spectral Ganon. This part is laughable. All he does is run away like an infant child, cowering in the fear and anticipation of his own death by my hand. I look away, and when I look back, I've skipped to the end of the fight. Unfortunately, you can't actually kill him because he runs away like a pussy. But that completes the game, and leaves the timer at 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Breath of the Wild honestly isn't even a joke anymore. I'm just so good that Ganon is a big-time comedian and the story was his opening act. Jokes aside, if you enjoyed this, subscribe and absolutely speed run to the bell icon to see more videos just like this one. How about speedrunning Mario Odyssey, but with Dream Luck next? I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers soon, so help me on my journey to YouTubership. Before you go, I took direct inspiration for this video from another creator's video, The Wand of Sparking. He made speedrunning Terraria but with Dream Luck, and I literally can't suggest it enough. It's way better than mine is, so if you like Terraria or thought this was funny, go check his out and give him some support. And of course, that will be linked in the description. I'll catch you guys with another video next Sunday. Be there or be square.